today. From Lumen Field in Seattle, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The Seahawks your favorite team? Or is it the Ravens?
It's the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Los Angeles Rams.
So out come the Rams now for their first possession. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards.
Imagine exhale. The season is officially underway. Plenty of work done during the offseason, camp, and the preseason that led to that first throw of the year.
Now a throw here hauled in, and he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 yards there for number 15.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. Two nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Now this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Second down and a yard. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. On first down, Calhoun. That's caught left side. It's going to be the tight end. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up second down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This one to the left to Indy. Set up with a first and 10. Tackle made at the 9. Their first points of the season here as it's first and goal. Looking to throw. Calhoun. Touchdown, Rams. Cooper Kupp, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Rams are on the board here first in the season opener. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of.
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He connected on all 5 of his throws on that opening drive and finished it with a touchdown pass as they begin here first and 10. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for L.A. And even 40 yards.
It's got to feel good to hit on one of these in the first quarter of a brand new season. They're hoping this duo can really make some noise this year. And this is a great start. A big play here early in the ball game.
Yeah. I keep forgetting that if it's the Seahawks or the Ravens, when I'm going against the Seahawks. I know it's a bird, that is the Eagles.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, first and 10. Off the bootleg, Calhoun. Across the middle, he finds Robinson. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Add this game to the last one, and they move the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. Operating from the gun, Calhoun. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. Second and 10. Back to throw again. is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that nearly intercepted. Well, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. But instead, it's 4th down.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage.
Yeah, that's Harley's favorite team.
Seahawks.
Here again comes the captain of this offense, leading his crew back out there now. He's played a pretty clean first half, a touchdown, no interceptions.
Frankly, that's what we expect out of him. They want to see the ball thrown well, and he's able to do that and put it in the end zone. They'd love to see more of that before this game finishes, but right now, he's got his team in a good spot.
A good spot, maybe looking for touchdown pass number 2 here in the second quarter. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A big play to start him out. He's at the 45 already. Back to throw. Calhoun. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot. This one seemed an interesting one to start the season in the NFC West. A lot of people think that this is the 49ers division to lose, but you caution not so fast.
Remember Seattle 2022? Playoff team. The Rams, they took a dip, but renewed sense of purpose, renewed sense of optimism, and 14 picks used in the NFL draft. The Rams think they can be back a lot quicker.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That is incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here he is, the man taking the snaps under center, heading out for the next possession. They've got the lead. He's a big reason why. Now a play fake here on 1st down. That's complete to Tyler Johnson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback hit the ball directly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Looking to throw. Calhoun. That's out to the flat for Akers. So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to make it 4th down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. He's got to be feeling pretty good, playing well. Team has the lead, so just looking to mount a drive here that ends in the end zone.
And all quarterbacks will tell you, hey, we love a running game, helps us out. But at the end of the day, they want to rely on their arm. Keep things moving in the right direction. Right now, that's exactly what we're seeing.
And we'll see if that continues. And that nearly intercepted. Oh, the free safety roaming into position, almost had it, but it's 2nd down. Off play action. Calhoun. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that's gonna be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. The field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to get the conversion.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and taking advantage of it.
And look to throw again. And he goes again. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, he played well with the defense.
Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 35. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Johnson with a completion over the middle. Now the Rams will signal for the time in their second. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Second down and 8. Back to throw. Calhoun. It is intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, we saw him play that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection, and now he... Last drive, he threw the interception, and that led to a field goal to tie this ball game. So all level here now, first and 10. On first down, they'll start out with Akers, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. All right, so they got that one. Charles against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is in the second. You got to snap the ball, play in motion, and sometimes you get the big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
He's going to get a nice performance. This time, to grab it.
I think that if he weren't worried about a taunting penalty, he'd run by the opposing team's bench and say, guys, 2 is not going to be enough. These more guys trying to cover me. He knows how to get open downfield.
That one good for 26 yards down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. The next throw there, they really put together a good drive.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Big yardage. Another nice game there. This one goes for 20. Throwing on first down. Calhoun. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Looking to throw. Calhoun. He finds Robinson. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's first and 10. Operating from the gun. Calhoun. He'll throw complete to Cam Akers. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. 10 more there and another first down. Akers is into the end zone. Touchdown, LA. Finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs, stay on the field, run it, and catch it, and he gets it done.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes, and we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such, but two kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different, and I really wanted the special teams coaches to be a little bit more involved. But I do understand why the league is doing it. They believe it promotes safety, and it's hard to argue against that.
What about, this is the other one, guys we've already seen some of the switch, Calvin Ridley, DeAndre Swift, Braxton Berrios, amongst others.
Yeah, and you know something? When you see those guys make that move, I don't mind that at all right? A little more expressionism for these guys. I love it. I just don't go far enough. Zero. Like Jim Otto used to wear, or Kenny Burrow used to wear. Let's add that back to the NFL jerseys.
And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up third down. Back to throw. Calhoun. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Rams offense now making their way out to take over. First and 10. Calhoun. It's complete to Robinson. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there. That will be third down. Looking to throw. Calhoun. That is caught. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. On first down, Calhoun.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
They'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Robinson. Still fighting for more.
Yes, down by a touchdown. They needed a big play here quickly, and they got one. And now, plenty of time. No need to panic, but you do need to move quickly.
Now 1st and goal. Back to throw. A quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Sometimes it's hard to figure, but you can live with incompletions in this situation. You can't live with these short gains that take time off the clock.
Who loves it? This defense. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to...
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going...
Here on first down. That'll be caught. It's caught. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Marking down at the 49. Calling out a very strong gain of 24. So they come out throwing in the extra session and get a nice hookup right away.
Tells you a lot about what a coach feels about his team, doesn't it? That type of a play in overtime. So many people in this situation play not to lose instead of playing to win. That throw there tells you exactly what they're trying to get done.
And he is across midfield from one 49 to the other 49. A gain of just 2. Here's a 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Calhoun. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, Calhoun. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 37. The Rams, they are on the move. They've got another first down. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have it always.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. What a catch there by Robinson. And the Rams are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he takes it across for a Rams touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And they just powered it in right there, Charles. 3 tight ends out on the field. The fullbacks for the defense, they knew what was coming.
They knew, but they weren't able to stop them. They knew they had to meet them with a little bit of force. But on that play, the big guys up front won the day.
Well, this was not just the